trust your own judgment whilst not being overconfident. So in the late 90s, I decided to start a magazine called Bizarre, and it was for, well, it was about all things bizarre, and it turned out actually to be very successful. And I decided to do some focus groups. I wasn't entirely sure about certain things, and I'd never done this before. I'd just done what I felt was right, but I thought it was time to listen to others. So we went out and we put together various groups of boys, the target audience. I think they were supposed to be between 22 and 32 or something, and we asked them various questions. And I went to one of those sessions. It was in a fairly drab house with a bunch of kids, well, a bunch of young men, and I quickly noticed that two of them had clearly come straight from the pub. And halfway through the session, the man who was in charge of the whole thing said, right, I'm going to run some strap lines past you. These are headlines, if you like. And one of them was Bizarre Magazine Worldwide Weird. And one of the boys who'd been to the pub stood up and went, I don't like the word weird. And I'd seen just before that, his friend had said something, answered a question, and I could see this guy thinking, oh, my friend said something, I'd better say something. So he said that. Cut to about 4 months later, and we're planning the launch of the magazine, and we're discussing the subheading. And around the table were me and about 5 colleagues. Between us, we probably had 100 years worth of publishing experience. And somebody said, well, you know, one of the subheadings is Worldwide Weird. What do you think of that? And our publisher said, no, we can't use that. It came out really badly in research. And I went, hang on a second. You mean to say we are about to change our mind about what turned out, by the way, to be a very good subheading because of one 18-year-old boy who was a bit pissed? So that has taught me, whereas it is good to go to research, you do learn things, you've got to interpret it, because otherwise you can be led astray by other people who are so-called experts.